The moment we all have been waiting for has finally come, that the Agni-V has finally been launched. There you are seeing pictures. There has finally been test fired at the Wheeler Island in Odisha. Remember, this launch was supposed to take place yesterday. It was delayed because of bad weather. Those pictures you are seeing, courtesy Doordarshan, I'm assuming, are coming from this morning. That launch happened at around 8:05 a.m. That's a few minutes ago.
That's right. In fact, and with that launch, India technically enters into an elite club of nations, of 5 nations which have the capability of the Inter-Continental Ballistic Missile, which is what the Agni-V is. In fact, this has a range of 5,000 kilometers as opposed to the current missiles that are in possession of the Indian defense, which only have a range of 3,500 kilometers. This one is much higher. 5,000 kilometers is what scientists have been telling us. So it's clearly a massive, massive leap in India's defense strategy. It's what we know at the moment.
The 3-stage missile, once validated and of course inducted into the armed forces after several more tests, will be India's longest range missile which can carry nuclear warheads. Just to give you a few statistics, you're seeing that launch there happened at around 8:05 a.m. this morning. It's 17 meters tall. It weighs 50 tons. Agni-V has 3 stages that are powered by solid propellants. It has the capacity to carry nuclear warheads weighing over 1 ton. That's what DRDO scientists are telling us. In fact, DRDO is the one that has made this missile. Last month, DRDO Chief V.K. Saraswat had told reporters that India will break into the exclusive ICBM club once the 50-ton Agni-V is ready for induction by 2014-2015. So we are expecting that induction into the armed forces in the next 2 years. The Agni series of missiles, including Agni-V, is crucial for India's defense vis-a-vis China, since Beijing has upped the ante in recent times by deploying missiles in the Tibet Autonomous Region that is bordering India. The DRDO is also aiming to operationalize a submarine-launched ballistic missile, that's SLBM, by 2013 and a missile shield for Delhi by 2014.
All right, let's cross live to our Strategic Affairs editor, Surya Gangadharan, joining us from our newsroom. Surya, as we see that launch, it of course means much more than a simple missile launch. Just take us through the significance and where does this place India as far as its defense preparedness is concerned?
Well, I think as far as the strategic issue is concerned, we've crossed a milestone, a landmark in fact. We have now ICBM capability, one of a handful of nations in the world that have this technology, and it's taken us quite some years to reach there. But to be fair, this is, it's not that this can be seen as adding to our potential against our adversaries. That was achieved some time ago when we launched the 3,000 kilometer range Agni. That can take on most potential adversaries in our region. This one is basically, Agni-V is basically demonstrates the technologies that we have now developed. The fact that much of this rocket is made up of composites. There are a whole lot of other technologies the DRDO have not talked about right now, but these are things that will come out slowly. I mean, as far as the ICBM nations are concerned, that is the P5, the US, Britain, France and other countries, these are the ones who know the capabilities that we have. And I think that in a sense brings us into this exclusive little club. Well, who knows where we can go from here?
Yes, who knows where we can go from here, but 2014 is when DRDO scientists are saying they'll be able to induct the Agni-V into the defense, into India's defense systems. Will that be possible? Is that time frame enough?
Well, I think the DRDO has given themselves 1 more year to further test this missile and iron out whatever little chinks there may be, whatever other snags that come up, and over the course of the next 1 year we'll know exactly where this missile stands. But given the kind of textbook launch that we've seen right now, it would seem that all systems appear to be working. We'll get a final word from the DRDO in a short while, but it's pretty clear that this launch seems to have been a textbook launch despite the apprehensions yesterday when because of bad weather the launch was delayed. But all systems right now appear to be go.
That's right. In fact, even as we speak, we're again replaying those visuals of that launch, of course, significant in itself. Surya, also, we were learning from our sources in the DRDO that once the launch is complete, there are still some studies that need to be conducted while it's in flight as far as measurement and certain other technical aspects are concerned. In
fact, one of the reasons why the launch didn't go ahead yesterday, there was lightning, there was some rain. Basically, the rocket was also intended to test various parameters of the rocket, how it measure up while entering the atmosphere, leaving the Earth atmosphere, entering space, how it performed over there, how it performed while re-entering the Earth's atmosphere at splashdown. So these are various parameters that have been recorded by ground stations, and it was crucial for the further development of this missile that those parameters were recorded and the DRDO gets a good sense of exactly how the missile behaved. But this is going to be crucial when finally it is handed over to the user, which is the strategic command, which will be responsible for handling this missile and hopefully never have to use it.